Welcome to Talking Business. I'm your host, Darcey Edwards with Queen Bee Leadership Training. Talking Business is just that. We are talking business with business leaders, leaders in the community, and those who change their communities with entrepreneurship. This podcast is presented by Xpose Hope as a thank you to the business community. Catch us on all the platforms. Find us, follow us, and review us. I'm Darcey Edwards with Edwards Realty Trust and Queen Bee Leadership Training, and today we have with us Ann Johnson with Mamancy Tea Company.
Thank you, Darcey. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so your teas and treats are phenomenal, and you started this business during a wonderful time, right? a small little problem called a pandemic. And what made you decide to do that?
Well, I think as a culture, we need a place where we can sit down and have a cup of tea, connect, and foster or enhance our relationships. And I know we have various coffee houses and places where we can do that. But I thought, why not have a tea room? Tea has a different vibe, a different feel, a different culture than coffee does, and so it was more about bringing that to our community and creating a space and a place for people to connect, and more so to enhance relationships.
Excellent. And you're in downtown Hillsboro, but you also decided that's not good enough. We're going to have another location. We're going to add a little bit more stress to our plate. Yeah. Where's that at, and why did you decide to do that?
So the other one is in Beaverton and off of Canyon Road, right where you have the Beaverton Transit. And well, we thought, why not have a couple of places for us to enjoy it and make it convenient? And Beaverton and Hillsboro basically are places I consider home. Yeah. They're 15 minutes away from my house, and so it's easy and convenient, one, for me to get to. Two, it would give us an opportunity to have two different places for our community at large to enjoy. And so we thought, why not? And so here we are. We've been tracking on, and people are appreciating it. We're getting in more and more awareness out there, and people are finding this, cute space to kind of have a cup of tea and enjoy themselves, and that's what it's all about.
Right. And well, tea is very curing. I love tea. I'm a tea drinker. I love my coffee, but I switched to tea. Okay. Halfway through the day. Wow. So it's either one or the other. And tea is healing to the soul. Yeah. And just having tea and talking and connection. So in this new land that you have tried to conquer, you're working through, what are some obstacles that you've come through and come away with that were obstacles, but maybe just turned out to be blessings in disguise? Exactly.
I agree with you. Blessings in disguise is a better way to look at it. One of them, obviously, is a pandemic. We did not see that coming when we were setting it up. So if, in retrospect, if somebody had told me, a couple of years prior that, hey, pandemic is coming and therefore, it's going to affect business, maybe I would have taken a second pause to think about it. But as it is, we were in the pandemic and we still are surviving through it. And one of the challenges, obviously, that being something that has never been experienced before, to affecting everybody in the world. Right. And in every scope, I'm also a mother of young ones, so that was also affecting us in a personal level, bringing kids back home, as well as having, to start a business is brand new, in a brand new form, is always challenging. But I think also coming into a culture where it's coffee dominated, that's a big one. That's a big one. So yeah, it's been an upward climb. We do a lot of educational, informational aspects of it, and still working on being out there in the community.
Right. I love it. So you shared with us a little bit before that you had, in your home country, kind of had an inflation issue at one time too. Just like we are, everybody's kind of like, saying, oh, there's inflation. No, there's no housing. The housing's so expensive, blah, blah, blah. But you told an amazing story, and it was fabulous. And I want you to share that.
Yeah. Oh, Darcey, you're funny. So yeah, well, years ago, over 20 years ago, there was inflation, just like any economic, up and down cycles that we experience nationally, culturally, whatever. So there was an inflation problem, and there was an economic disaster happening, and that was when RAV4 cars were coming up. The cars with the big wheel in the back. So they were just coming out, and I'm from Kenya, and back there we at that time could not finance cars, so you had to actually come up with cash up front to purchase it up front. And these are brand new cars. These are brand new, off the lot, off the ship, brand new. You know what I mean. So it wasn't like they've been around 4 years, therefore. So here I am taking a stroll with my mom, and we're walking through this place where there's a big main road aspect, and I start to see RAV4s, and to the point I'm thinking, this is way too many RAV4s. And it wasn't just 3. It was to the point where like we're at 5, at 6, and that's like, I thought
you're doing the math on how much each one of those are. Yeah,
I'm like, this doesn't it doesn't add up. So I told my mom, I'm like, I will never believe this again. I will never believe inflation, economic downtimes, and I do believe that that's a mental state. I do believe that if you work hard and if you plan strategically, you would not be into a space where you can agree with the economical downturn. And I think that people still have enough resources to make a better life, purchase whatever they want to purchase, or even make changes in their economy or in their businesses, in their income, however they choose.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, so share with us 1 or 2 things that you did that you wished you would have done a little bit sooner. So, for instance, I would have hired a bookkeeper, 6 months sooner or whatever.
Yeah.
Has you had any of those kind of lessons where you're like, I wish I would have done this a little bit sooner, or?
Yeah. In retrospect, you always want to have a bookkeeper, not only for my business, but for my personal life, just to keep me on there up and running, but as well as had babies earlier, in my opinion.
Okay, that's a first here on Talking Business. We've had networking, we've had but never had kids faster, sooner.
You know why? I have a reason why.
Tell me.
Well, with this social media aspect of life, only the young kids get it. I mean, they can take a little thing and make it all hype. I'm like, all the people who have teenagers right now are rocking it on TikTok. Because their kids know how to make the thing happen. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So for the rest of us, we're like, what are we doing?
Right.
We just got through emails and what have you. Now we're trying to be all hip and can't really dance as cool as they do.
No.
So if I had a 18-year-old, he'd probably be helping out a lot. I'm just joking. Yeah. But that's, it's a joke, but a true joke where you really have to look at all the tech things that are happening and go, oh boy, it gets faster and easier for the younger crowd than it does for us. So
excellent. What's your favorite tea?
I'm a black tea girl.
And
I will have a spicy black tea. So I'm on the spectrum of chai, juniper berries, and ginger.
Excellent. Tell everybody where they can find you.
Mamancy.com on our website, or you can also visit us in our 2 locations in Hillsboro and Beaverton. And we're also looking to hire. So if anyone's looking for work, we can help.
That was my next question. How are you finding that to be a challenge?
Oh, yes.
Finding people and all of that.
Yes, definitely. I mean, I think that's a challenge with all small business owners that we've seen, even affecting professional spectrum, which is a big thing. And so, we're looking to hire for barista as well as other production areas of our business. And so, it's been a challenge. And so we're looking to get good quality people that love tea. Yeah.
If you're a tea person or books and tea.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. They need to apply today.
Yes.
So share with us one last thing. What has been one of your most influential books that you've read recently?
A good question. Oh boy. I get jumbled up because I listen to a lot of books as well.
Yes.
So that makes life kind of complicated to think about just the one. But most recently, one book that stuck with me was the 10X rule.
Yeah.
And I like that because you've never thought of it that way, that you can 10X your business in like a short period of time.
That's Grant Cardone, right?
Yeah, that's Grant Cardone.
Grant Cardone.
As a person, I'm not sure about him, but as a strategic play, I think he has a good idea on the 10X aspect of your business.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. So one fun fact that nobody knows about you and your tea business.
I don't know. I may be quite blank about this. One fun fact is tea and chocolate go really well together.
That is a fact. And it is true. Thank you so much. We are so glad that you came by today, Anne, and I'm just so excited to go and have some more tea.
Yeah, thanks, Darcey.
At your place. Thank you.
Hi, this is Betty Campbell with Xpose Hope with your Xpose Hope moment for today. Did you know that human trafficking has actually surpassed weapons trafficking in the world? It has. That's why ministries like Xpose Hope are so important. Help our outreach by donating at xposehope.com/donate. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Talking Business, brought to you by Xpose Hope. We can be found on all of your favorite podcast platforms, YouTube, iTunes, all of them. Also, be sure to like us, share us, and leave a comment. Who do you want to hear from? We want to know.